Hello, you beautiful Sagittarius souls, and welcome to your monthly forecast. I'm Tracey, your intuitive life coach, here to offer some guidance on how to navigate the energies for the month ahead. And we are looking at Sacred September, the month to take decisive action towards who or what is sacred to you. This time in retrograde reflection has driven our focus inwards to explore and redefine our core beliefs, our perspectives, and our values. And September energies offer a sacred space to gather your energy and realign with your true essence, your authentic self. So as I'm shuffling, I will go through the dates for this month, the collective energy dates. So September the 3rd, Venus, the planet of beauty, love, and relationships, goes direct. So any old wounds around these areas will bring a renewed sense of self-worth and heartfelt connections to all of your relationships because you've reflected upon those. On the 4th, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, goes into retrograde. And when Jupiter goes into retrograde, it's actually a really beautiful retrograde energy, very positive. It's asking you to go back and revisit any missed opportunities and to find what you have been hoping to manifest suddenly materializing, or any issues that have been stuck being resolved. On the 9th day of the 9th month, we have like a karmic celebration day, graduation day, where we get to celebrate all we've achieved, not only this year to date, but life to date. And then on the 14th, we have the Virgo new moon. So you're being asked to set those clear intentions of for growth and transformation in any area of your life, whether it's work, career, home, family, love, health, wealth, time, any of those things. Take a risk, because Virgo's grounded and analytical energy, Mercury retrograde, is kicking my ass. Laugh with me as I trip over my words. Will aid in making any needed changes with precision and purpose. So plant those seeds, water them with love, nurture them with belief, and surrender them to the soil of the universe so that they may grow. And then trust the process, trust that they will do so. On the 15th, Mercury goes direct, so all that reflective time turns directive. We suddenly have this epiphany or integration of the revision and how to move forward. It's time to come out of this heart, body, mind, soul cocoon that we have been in, and to go through this reboot or this service, so that we're ready to operate from a higher level. On the 23rd, we have the equinox. So equinox sees the earth vibrating higher, the veil being thinner. So it's a perfect time to really soak up the magical wonder of life itself. We also have the sun moving from practical Virgo into balanced Libra, opening this portal to harmonious relationships. So the focus will be on evaluating your connections, your partnerships, your relationships, and seeking mutual cooperation and balance in those. And then lastly, on the 29th, we have the Aries, these are so slippy. We have the Aries full moon, illuminating whatever needs addressing head on so that you can move forward with determination. So it's an opportunity to release the past, to break free of old patterns or paradigms, and step boldly into the next chapter of your life. So forgive and release, celebrate and calibrate, so that you can, two came out there, so that you can move forward into this next chapter with confidence. Forgive and release, celebrate and calibrate, so you create space for your manifestations to take place and believe that anything is possible. So how do we make the most of Sacred September? Reflect on who and what is sacred to you. If it matters to you, it matters. Set or reset your intentions accordingly and be open to the change and growth that is needed. organize, prioritize, and be brave enough to create new habits, routines, or patterns, honoring the lessons you've learned along the way. Embrace the sacredness of you, all of you, the light, the shade, the strength, the weakness, the feminine flow, the masculine drive, so you can move ahead with bold confidence, embracing who or what is sacred to you and allowing yourself to truly feel alive. So, last month you had the throat chakra card of communication. And your message was, back yourself instead of holding yourself back. Now, interestingly, you have the throat chakra card once again. So this is still about communication for you, but this is about self-expression. Vocalization, individuality, inner voice, and assertiveness. Not holding your tongue anymore. Think about a bird. It will chirp from morning, from dawn till dusk. And it doesn't matter how many people say quiet or that's enough. It will chirp and it will chirp and it will chirp and it will sing its merry little song. So don't feel like you need to silence your voice this month. Okay? But also pay attention to that inner voice. Because of the card we have here with your healing is the card of negativity. So quite often now our inner voice can be quite assertive and quite stinking thinking, I like to call it. So just be mindful of your thoughts as well and the things you say to yourself. Because even though you think no one is listening, your heart and soul is listening. And you're taking that on board. Negativity. One of the best ways to heal negativity is to focus on the positives. It may take baby steps to bring about this healing. Your every thought, word, and behavior has a huge impact on your overall health. Take steps to consciously monitor your pessimism. Interrupt your negative thoughts with positive ones. It may take time, but gradually you will train yourself to let go of the negative. You can reprogram yourself to be in full control of your emotions and make healthier choices to remain upbeat and positive. So be mindful of what you are vocalizing internally and externally, especially to yourself, because the self is really jumping out at me in that self-expression. And your inner voice. Be mindful of what you're saying to yourself. A fairy lies under a tree with her arm across her forehead, portraying depletion and distress. The hand on her head draws attention to worry and mental activity. The mushrooms surrounding the fairy symbolize the human soul's ability to grow through the darkness. The task at hand may seem overwhelming, but you have the fortitude to change the outcome. Now, I also feel like because you've had the throat chakra 2 months in a row, and we have had in both months Mercury in retrograde, it could just be communication in general. And this may not be your inner voice. It may be something that is said to you, or it could be the way that you're communicating. You may be communicating to assertively, or someone may be communicating to you assertively. But the mushrooms. Now, my hubby is a Sag, and he's coming into this reading right here, right now. Don't be a mushroom. People treat you like a mushroom. They put you in the dark. Put you in a dark corner and feed you bullshit. So be mindful of any BS that's being communicated to you as well, either by yourself or by others, okay? Which one to go with next? I'm going to go with this one. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So often when we get into this intimate relationship with ourselves or another person, it's all about communication, and it's important to communicate from this compassionate, loving space rather than this assertive space, and it's about watching our words, watching that they're not too stern or too harsh, that they're warm and they're loving and they're kind, but they're also truthful. There is two ways to deliver the same message. One is appreciated, one is kind of dismissed. And then we get unconditional love. Your heart is free from resentment towards others. Open the eyes of your heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. When you become aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people, you see the pure child in everyone and practice forgiveness. And this is also that blue, which is the throat chakra. So there may be something going on for you this month within your intimate relationships, either with yourself or someone else, where you need to say something, and I'm just hearing it's really important how you say it. It's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it, okay? We then get self-indulgence, self-worth and value. Self-appreciation, appreciating yourself, that unconditional love for self. You are ready to let love in, including love for yourself. It's a time to heal and do any shadow work. So any places that make you feel like you're not enough, it's time to heal those, because this is a new phase, and you are rekindling that intimacy, that unconditional love, that self-expression, that self-appreciation. You're working through that negativity and turning it into a positive. There is renewal, there is growth. You are changing your mind about yourself, and you are rising from the ashes. Back yourself instead of holding yourself back. Respectful communication was last month. This month it's about embracing your individuality and the individuality of others, but communicating from respect, self-appreciation, self-expression, but in a positive way. Release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Now, it could be you that's speaking sternly. It could be you that's being spoken to in a stern way. Know that it's coming from love, okay? Okay, let's see what the tarot has for Sagittarius for the month of September. Well, whatever this is, it's about bringing that relationship even closer. And sometimes things break down, or breaking through means things break down first. Like we have to have the breakdown to have the breakthrough. There may have been a breakdown in communication. Break through that. Communicate how you're feeling. Open your heart. Open the eyes of your heart. Have that self-worth, the self-appreciation to let love in. This is a new phase where there's a rekindled... It's not the Lovers card, but I always see it as just as good. The Two of Cups. Coming together, unified love, partnership. There's a rekindling of love here, and it comes via, oh my gosh. What can I say? There is a new phase or rekindling of a relationship. Do not fear the intimacy of it. In fact, indulge in it. The Empress. Abundance, nurturing, growth, evolution, taking the action. Queen of Pentacles. Feeling the richness of life and owning that, owning it. The Knight of Pentacles, hard work. Efficiency, responsibility. And it finishes off with the Death card. There is endings and beginnings, change and transformation, transition, metamorphosis, the end of a cycle. So there is this new way of communicating coming through for you. Last month you were learning to communicate from a respectful place to yourself and others. And this month you're learning that you're learning your worth, your value, your morals. You're learning that there is a way to communicate what you need to communicate. There is unified love here. There's partnership, there's attraction. For some of you, there will be some form of proposal, whether it's a contract, an engagement, a wedding, some sort of agreement, okay, partnership. There's love, harmony. There's passion here. There's deep love. The Lover's card is also a choice that needs to be made. The Empress is bringing that abundance and nurturing through. There's a lot of passion in this reading. But that passion, that the flame of that passion can be extinguished with the wrong way of communicating. And it's all about how it's said. It's not what is being said, it's how it's being said. And we all know, we all know Sagittarius can be quite blunt in the way they communicate. So this has come through for you twice. Be really mindful, not so much of what you're saying, but how you're saying it, how you're delivering it. But overall, this feels like a rekindling, a new phase. There's renewal and growth. And if there's been any issues in one of your intimate relationships, it's rising from the ashes. It's rising from the ashes, and it feels amazing. There's healing, there's love, there's growth. There's mutual respect here. I love that. All the usual YouTube jargon. Hit the like, share and subscribe button. If you would like to comment in the comments how this resonated, I would love to interact with you even further. But otherwise, have an amazing, sacred September. So much healing, love and laughter. Your intuitive life coach, Tracey. You've got this and I've got you. And 2023, there's no limits to what you can have, do or be.